Hello everyone, welcome back to another Final Girl playthrough of the Tormentor at the Marrek warehouse. This time I am playing as Cassie, the other Final Girl that comes in this feature film. She can take a sprint card, move one space, heal one, take a distraction card, move another space, and then reduce horror by one. She has 5 health. And then her ultimate lets you spend 6 time to double the damage from your next attack, including the damage from weapon modifiers. You cannot use this ability with reaction cards or if it would take your time below 0. So you can basically just spend your entire turn to double the damage of your next attack, which is incredibly strong. Especially against a killer with only 7 HP, with a single critical blow and no weapons. A double success doubled would do 6 damage, and then you could just do a weak attack and finish off the Tormentor. So we'll see if we can pull something like that off. For now, I'm doing the setup for units per hour, and then the event card we have is it has been 0 days since. Whenever a victim in a rack space panics to a normal space, it is killed. So, you know, that's good. Love that. Our items in the supply cage, we have a knife. In the receiving area, we have a 44 Magnum, which has a range of 1 to 2, increases the damage of your attacks by 1. But the 44 Magnum cannot modify the weak attack action card. This is a nice mirror to the old revolver, which normally can only be used with the weak action, but the Magnum, the only thing it can't be used with is the weak attack action. And then at the manager's office, we have a power drill. 0 range, 1 damage. You may discard the power drill to unlock the exit space you are on. Right, I forgot again. In the killer's space, we need to put a victim that has been trapped. So our first trap is going to be the guillotine. So this victim is going to be here. Put the guillotine token. That space. Okay. So first I need to figure out the mechanism, lose 3 time, and then do 2 damage, and move 2 spaces. I could get a sprint and a furious strike in order to do that. So I think I'm going to discard a weak attack and short rest to gain 2 time. And then I will spend 2 time on 2 close calls, spend 2 time on a sprint, and then spend 4 time on a furious strike. And now, on the Tormentor's turn, trap is going to tick down, increase horror by 1, and then tick-tock, speed up the clock. So it just ticks the timer again. So, timer ticks, horror goes up again. And now I'm going to walk. Get a double success, because I am good at the game. Love that as a start. So we're going to go 1, 2 into the space with the guillotine. The cost of 1 time. I don't have any victims with me, which is concerning, but hopefully I just don't need it, right? It's fine. We're gonna sprint. Okay. Another double success. The problem is I've just rolled 2 double successes in a row, but I need the double success on the Furious Strike. Oh yeah, I need to spend 3 time to do the first step. Forgot about that. Then I'm going to move 2 spaces with the sprint, and now I need to do 2 damage. And the only way to do that is get a double success on this with 2 dice. So there's a partial success. I'm going to use a close call to reroll the miss. I always have terrible luck when rerolling misses, but yep, there it is. I'm going to reroll it again. Now it has to be a success, though. I only have 3 cards in my hand. So this has to be a success. Nope, that's another partial. So... Man, I will at least discard 2 cards to make it a regular success. It's only dealing 1 damage, which isn't enough, but it'll at least reduce the horror level by 1. That sucks. And then with 1 time, I will grab nothing other than my free cards. It's a terrible start. Okay. Because now I'm gonna have... yeah, that victim's dead. There's no way for me to get enough movement for that second part of the effect again. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, the horror's gonna go up by 2. And then we draw a tarot card. Let's play a game. So the furthest... there's only 1 in a search, so... we're gonna draw a death trap. We're gonna get the infestation box. I'm just gonna move this off to the side. Put a tracking marker here. Put the infestation box there, place the victim here. Okay. My turn. All I have is a weak attack, short rest, and focus. I'm just gonna discard all 3 to gain 3 time. And then... oh, but it's gonna reduce my horror to 1, or... bring up my horror to 6. Oh dear. Grab, spend 3 on a distraction, spend 4 on a furious strike, and then 2 on a sprint. Okay. Traps are gonna tick down. This one is going to die. It's a great start. And then I have to discard 1 card of my choice and then discard 1 at random. I don't know which one's first. I'll just discard the 1 at random at first just to make things slightly easier on myself. We're gonna discard a focus. Good. And then I'll discard... woof. A walk. Okay. So the guillotine goes away. Isn't able to save them. Then draw a tarot card. Click. Loading dock A is now unlocked. Draw an event. Draw the next tarot card. Whoops. So loading dock A is unlocked. Draw an event. The trucks are here. Place 1 new victim on each loading dock. If either loading dock space or both is locked, place the affected victims near the locked space out of play. Victims enter play when the space becomes unlocked. So, 1 victim will be placed at loading dock A, the other will be placed near loading dock B, and will be put there when it unlocks. So next terror card. Let's play a game. There aren't any in the search space. There are 2 in a search space there. So we'll do one of these gets trapped. So, death trap. The fireworks target. Okay. There. Here. Alright. I'm going to attempt to sprint somewhere. I have 2 victims in completely different directions, but I'm more worried about the one increasing the horror level by a bunch. That is a success and a partial success. Man. I'm just gonna move 2 for 1 time, and then I'm going to walk. Getting double partial. I'm just gonna take the damage, lose 2 time, and then move 1 space anyway, taking 1 victim with me. And now I need to deal 2 damage, but I'm just gonna wait. So a 3 time, I'm gonna grab all my cards, and then grab a close call and a sprint. Oh, it doesn't feel good already. So 4 is gonna go up by 1. Time's gonna go down by 1. I'm gonna draw a terror card. I think I saw the killer. Horror is going to go up. So Bloodlust is going to go up. Not good. Alright. I'm gonna start with a distraction. Only get 1 die. That's a success. That's good. Love that. Reduce by 1, increase by 1. And now I'm going to use a Furious Strike and try to get a double success to do 2 damage on this infestation box. I will get 3 dice because there is a victim in the same space as me. It's 2 partials. I'll discard 4 cards, which will reduce the horror level by 1 and do 2 damage. And then I'll go ahead and spend 3 time for the next step. And then I'm going to play the last card in my hand, which is a sprint, and hope for a success. Okay, alright, sure, yeah, just, alright, sure, what? Lose 1, save this victim from the death trap. Sure, alright. Still 1 left. So, no cards left in hand, 2 time. I'm gonna grab... Hang on, I'm in the manager's office? Could grab a power drill. For +1 damage. I could also, like, grab the power drill and then just, like, save a bunch of victims over here. Sure. I'll spend 2 time to grab a search. This goes back up. So this is gonna tick down. I'm gonna lose 1 time. And then terror card. Help, I'm trapped. I am trapped. So my death trap is the electric cage. I'm gonna put this up here. So I'm going to put the electric cage in my space. I will go into this trap, putting a tracker on it. And it'll come back to me. I'm going to... Oof. Spend 2 time to find the power source. Then I'm going to... Oh, I don't have a weak attack. I'm gonna have to do a total of 3 damage to take it down. I can't do anything else. I'm gonna discard 1 card to gain 1 time. I'm gonna spend that 4 time on a Furious Strike. Then this is gonna tick down by 1. Draw a new tarot card. If you were trapped, discard and draw the next tarot card. I am trapped. Click! Main entrance is now unlocked. Draw the next tarot card. Awesome. Click! Loading dock B is now unlocked. Draw a new event, draw the next tarot card. Okay. So this is now unlocked, which means this victim from earlier is now in there. We draw a new event. You aren't going anywhere. Oh my god, dude. All unlocked spaces are locked again. Return the locked tokens to the unlocked spaces. Remove all click tarot cards from the discard file and shuffle them back into the tarot deck. Of course! Of course. So, they immediately relock. Oh my god. Click, click, click. So I'm just gonna shuffle these up. And then draw the next tarot card. Click, main entrance is now unlocked. Draw next tarot card. You have no respect for life. If no victims are trapped, there are. Panic all untrapped victims in spaces with a death trap. Oh no. So, the 2 that are in my space are going to panic. Getting a 5 and a 2. Okay, 1 of them stays. Only 1 of them panics. And then the one down here is going to panic. That's a 4. So you're going to panic into the middle. Okay. And then, if you are in a space with a trapped victim, you panic and lose 1 life. I'm not. If no one panicked, bloodlust. Okay, people panicked. We're good. Alright. Oh yeah, I was supposed to take 1 damage from my own trap. Okay, back to me. I'm going to weak attack. There's still a victim in my space, so I get 3 dice. It's a double success. That's awesome. So that's 1 damage without taking damage. And now I need to do 2 more damage. So I need to use a Furious Strike again. And hopefully get a double success. It's a double partial. Do I have 4 cards? Sure do. I'll discard 4 cards. Do 2 damage, reduce the horror by 1. I escape. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. And then that's all I'm going to do. So with 5 time, what will I do with 5 time? I think I'll grab 2 sprints and a close call. I think I'm gonna try to rescue some of these victims. This victim, unfortunately, is going to die in the fireworks target. So Bloodlust is gonna go up by 1. And then horror is gonna go up by 1. Ugh. And then we reveal the dark power. Endless traps. So this is the epic dark power. Each time a victim is freed from a death trap, resolve a new victim trap on the furthest victim. You lose if there are no victim traps to resolve. So this doesn't want me to save people. Next tarot card. Click. Loading dock B is now unlocked. Draw a new event, draw the next tarot card. So, loading dock B is now unlocked. Draw a new event. Help on the racks. Panic all victims in spaces adjacent to rack spaces, but only move them if they panic into a rack space. Repeat this process until at least 2 victims have moved into a rack space, or until there are no more victims in spaces adjacent to rack spaces. So everyone adjacent to a rack space panics. Oh boy, I'm gonna need some dice. So these 3 panic. 2, 4, 4. So 4, 4, 2. This one panics. 2. It's here. This one panics. 4. They don't go anywhere. This one in the pit panics. I need to roll 2 dice for it. It's a 7, so it will panic up top. And then these 2 panic. So 1 and a 6. So 1 panics here, 6 panics here. So unfortunately, only 1 panicked onto a railing thing, so I need to re-panic all the victims that are adjacent to the racks again. So we'll start with these 2. 1 and 2. So 1 panics in here, 2 panics into the exit. Nice. We'll do these 2 over here. It's a 6 and a 3. 6, 3. Okay, so that's another one that's on the rack. And then this one here. It's a 5. Panics into the pit, and then this one in this corner gets a 1. They panic into the exit. Okay. I believe that is everyone. Okay. Good. So what was that? That was a click. Okay, next tarot card. Live or die. A victim in this space with the most victims is now trapped. So the one furthest from me, so that would be 1 in this exit space. So draw a death trap. Temple drills. Goes there, this goes here. So I'm probably just gonna have to mitigate this rather than actually rescue them, because if I rescue them, another one will just get trapped immediately afterward anyway. These victims are very spread out now, which is not so nice. I'm going to search. As a success and a partial success. I'm not going to discard, I'm just going to take the power drill at the cost of 1 time. I'm going to sprint. Getting a success. Spending 1 time, going 1, 2 into this exit space and rescuing 3 victims. Going to move one space twice. I'm gonna move into the middle. Oops. And then I will grab a distraction card. And I will pass. And I will buy search and a close call. Alright. So this is going to tick down and increase the horror level. And then we will draw a terror card. I'm trapped. Ooh. We got the super saw. Very fun. Love that for me. Okay, so, well, I'll spend 5 time to do the first step, and then dive to safety, move 1 space, and lose 1 health. I will walk. And I'll get a double success, because I definitely needed it, which will be 1 time, and then lose 1 health. And which will get me out of the trap. Hello? Okay. Woof. This is going terribly. I guess I'll attempt to use a distraction. Get 1 success. Lower the horror, increase time by 1. I'll discard another card to gain another time. I'll grab a sprint for 2 time. I'd really like to get a long rest, but not happening. So time goes down by 1. Draw a terror card. Click. Loading dock A is unlocked, and draw another event, and then draw the next terror card. Tumbling boxes. Place the 4 severed head tokens in 4 different non-adjacent spaces. Do not place them on the racks. When you move into a space with a token, increase horror and then remove it from play. Okay. So I need to grab the severed heads. And with that, I need to place them around, but not adjacent. So let's go 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, here. Draw the next terror card. Live or die. Victim in the space with the most victims is now trapped. Joy. So it has to be the one on the rack. It's gonna be the swinging blades. Okay. Then the finale triggers. But I think I did this wrong last time. The rules say, once the finale has been revealed, the Tormentor will be placed on the board at the beginning of the next killer phase. So I revealed the finale, but the Tormentor doesn't actually come down yet. So it's game over. It's going to tick all traps by 2, and then the Tormentor will move, attack, move, attack. Right. I'm going to discard a walk to grab a climb card. And I'm going to play the climb card. And I get a partial success. I'm going to discard 2 cards to move to an adjacent rack space and lose 2 time. So I'm going to move up here. Lose 2 time. And then I will sprint. And get a double miss, but I can close call, losing 2 more time. And get a partial success. Discard 2 more cards. And lose 1 time to move 2 spaces. And I'll save these 3 victims to heal 1, get a distraction, and then lose 1 horror. Okay. Did I already use the get a distraction with her? I think I did and put the meeple in the wrong space. It's supposed to be gain a sprint. But there's no sprints to take, unless I can take it from my discard. I don't actually know the answer to that, so I'm not going to take it from my discard, but... Okay, Blah. Pass with my 0 time. Everything goes back. Oh wait, I get my free cards at least. So there's that. Okay, so now the Tormentor will appear. We'll pull a random setup card, and it's gonna be Shift Change. She's going to spawn over here. I'm not gonna need to shuffle that. And then each trap is gonna tick twice, so Horror's gonna go up by 1 and lose 1 time. And then Horror's gonna go up and then lose 1 time. And then she's going to move and attack, move and attack. She only has a movement of 1. But she will... I mean, any of these work. Move, attack, Bloodlust, attack, Bloodlust. And now I have to discard a random action card. Not that I have a ton to discard. We're going to discard a walk. Okay. So no one panics. Nothing in upkeep. I need to try to keep the horror down. I will attempt to focus. I have like no cards in hand, but oh yeah. I completely forgot to flip this over. I do have the ultimate now. I am able to spend 6 time to double the damage of an attack. If I can ever afford 1. Okay, so focus. Double success. That's exactly what I need right now. Lower horror by 1, increase time by 2. And then pass the turn, and I will grab a... I'm gonna grab 2 distractions, because I'm gonna need them. I'll grab all my free cards. And then traps are going to trigger. This one's going to die. Increasing Bloodlust. Increasing Horror by 2. And then this one is going to increase Horror by 1 and decrease time by 1. So increase bloodlust, which means I will discard a random action card. Don't be a... whoops. Just don't be a distraction, please. It's a distraction, because of course it is. Alright, I didn't want to reduce my horror level anyway. And then she's going to move and attack. Making me discard another action card, and then she's going to move and attack, making me discard another action card. Okay. Oh, it also ticks up. I didn't even realize it also ticks this up, which is going to... So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to discard 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm getting rid of walk, sprint, short rest, and focus. Somehow kept my other distraction. Well, it's back to me. I guess I'll attempt to use a distraction. Whoops. So that's a success. Reduce horror by 1, increase time by 1. And then with 6 time, she will be reaching me and attacking me once. So I will grab a retaliate for 4. And then I'll grab a guard for 2. So, she's going to move twice and then attack, and then move twice and attack. So I'm going to retaliate. Rolling 2 dice. I get 1 success. That'll be enough for now. I forgot to discard this big trap over here. Okay. So that'll reduce the damage I take by 2 and then deal 2 damage. So 2 damage. I'll take 1 damage. Then it comes to my turn. And with 6 time, all I'm going to do, I'm going to discard 1 card to gain 1 time. I'm going to spend 1 time to get a close call. Spend 2 time to get a guard. And then spend 4 time to get a Furious Strike. That puts me at 10 cards in hand. Cool. Alright. So she's going to attack for 3 damage. I'm going to guard. That is a success and a partial success. I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards to make that a double success, and then when she attacks again, I'm going to play the other guard. That is a partial success. And I'm going to discard 2 more cards to make that a regular success, which will block 2 out of the 3 damage, and I will take 1, which will give me an adrenaline die. I didn't lose any time. I don't know why I'm at 4 still. There we go. And now, on my turn, with 6 time, I'm going to spend 6 time to use my ultimate to double the damage of my next attack. So if I get a double, if I get a double success on my Furious Strike, it'll be doing 2 plus 1 from the power drill, so it'll do 3 damage, and then doubled will do 6 damage, which will be enough to kill her. And then I need to hope, so not only do I need to get a double success, I need to then hope she doesn't revive with 3 HP. I can handle 1 or 2, because I can... Oh wait, no, I can't buy the Retaliate, because I just spent all my time. Yeah, no, I just have to hope she doesn't revive. Okay. Here we go. 3 dice, need to get a double success. Okay. Well, if I... Huh. I just realized if I close call, it's gonna put me into the negative and end my turn. And I don't think I get to roll. Okay. Well, I'll use 1 close call to re-roll 1 die and just get a success. Well, there's a partial. I don't actually have enough time, or have enough cards in hand, so I'm gonna discard 2. Get a single success, which will mean I will do 1 damage, plus 1 from the power drill, doubled to 4, which will do 4 damage, bringing her down to 1, reducing the horror by 1, but it's going to end my turn. I have 0 time to buy anything other than I get a focus back. And unfortunately, she's going to attack, and I revive with 2 health. Okay, I unfortunately think I'm still dead. So I revive with 2 health. Her turn immediately ends, she doesn't get a second attack. Wait, no, I'm not dead, actually. Because I can't attack her this turn. But what I can do is buy a Retaliate. Get a single success on the Retaliate to do that last bit of damage. And then even if that doesn't kill her, I can still like weak attack or something next turn. Okay. So with 6 time, I'm going to buy a Retaliate and 2 close calls. And then I'm going to get all of my other cards back. It's not over yet, alright? I thought it was so over. Okay, so now she's going to attack me. I'm going to retaliate. Rolling 3 dice, because now she's at 1 HP. So I get the adrenaline die from her. Oh, man! Okay, close call. 2 time. Please. I just need 1. Okay, there's a double success. So they'll prevent all the damage, and then now we see if she revives. Okay, it's blank. Wow! Alright. So the play with the Furious Strike would have worked. I just didn't roll good enough, but didn't matter. We were the ones who revived. So, holy, that was close. That was rough. Man, alright. Good game. That felt like it took ages. My god. This is the one killer so far where after playing against her, I feel, like, mentally exhausted. Like, so many traps and decisions and so many things happening with, like, all the unlocking mechanisms, the million events, the panicking all the victims. Like, my lord. It is a lot to keep track of. Whew. But we got there. It took a revive, but we got there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I think next time, now that I've gotten a win with Mandy and Cassie here with this killer, I think now I'm gonna start mixing and matching the Tormentor on other maps and putting other killers on this map, because I really want to play this map where I actually get to like run around, search for items, and like kind of play the game normally. The Tormentor really doesn't let you play the game normally. But yeah, and that's a win against the Epic Dark Power as well. So GG. Thank you for watching.